warm welcome, very good evening. You're watching the weekend edition of the Urban Debate. I'm Afrida Rahman Ali. Our top focus is on West Bengal today, where we are looking at the issue of attrition within the TMC. There is a sort of an exodus that has begun of MLAs towards the BJP. At least 11 of them have recently joined the BJP. 7 sitting legislators of Trinamool Congress, including prominent leaders like Suvendu Adhikari and 3 others from the left and the Congress on Saturday afternoon, joined the BJP in the presence of Union Home Minister Amit Shah at a rally in Midnapur town of West Bengal's West Midnapur district. The questions we are asking is, why is the BJP embracing these dissenters? Will that cause some sort of a rift in the state cadre? The same leaders that berated the BJP have now become acceptable for the BJP to take them into their fold. And why is the TMC cadre falling apart in this manner right ahead of the state elections? Will the Bengal BJP leaders accept TMC dissenters and continue to accept them? Will that change equations within their party leadership and their equations in the ground? That's an important question. Also, we are going to ask, what is the big promise of Sonar Bangla that Amit Shah has made today? Is ideology, after all, a misnomer? Is it all about personal ambition? The way in which MLAs are shifting sides is something that we are going to look at. Let's first listen in to what Union Home Minister Amit Shah had to say, especially on the point of outsider jibe, which has been repeatedly made against the BJP during the election campaigns.
मैं बंगाल की जनता को कहना चाहता हूं, ये भ्रांति फैलाने का प्रयास है। ममता दीदी, आपको हराने के लिए किसी को दिल्ली से आने की जरूरत नहीं है। आपके सामने भी बंगाल का धरती पुत्र खड़ा रहेगा, आपके सामने ही भी बंगाल का ही आदमी लड़ेगा और आने वाला मुख्यमंत्री भी बंगाल की मिट्टी का ही मुख्यमंत्री हम बंगाल को देने जा रहे हैं।
Joining me this evening here on the Urban Debate on Mirror Now, Charu Pragya, spokesperson of the BJP, Somnath Singha Roy, supporter of the TMC, and Nilanjan Mukhopadhyay, senior journalist and author. I welcome you to Mirror Now. Thanks so much for joining us here on this discussion. My first question to you, Charu Pragya, we heard the Union Home Minister today talking exhaustively about a number of issues on which the TMC has continuously attacked the BJP. But right now, let's first focus on the issue of the dissenters who are chipping away from the TMC and are being very happily welcomed by your party, the BJP. The TMC says that this attrition is not going to affect their electoral prospects. TMC General Secretary and State Education Minister Partho Chatterjee says few leaders changing caps does not matter. People vote in the name of Mamata Banerjee. Saugata Roy says the assertions will have no impact. They'll have replacements and it's Mamata Banerjee who matters. I want you to talk about this factor, why the BJP is accepting the people who are leaving the TMC, and will that not cause some sort of a disturbance in the equation within your party? Already people like Babul Supriyo and Dilip Ghosh are resisting the movements of some of these leaders.
See, Afrida, at any given point of time, the leaders in any political party have the option to choose which ideology they want to align themselves with. And we have seen the way TMC has functioned in the last 1 decade nearly. It has become a terror-generating party. It has become a party which is hell-bent on causing destruction and violence in the state of West Bengal. And that's really sad. All the nobility used to come from West Bengal. So much of our inspiration culturally is from West Bengal. And look at the state of West Bengal today. Political killings is at an all-time high. There are bomb-making factories at every nook and corner. Illegal immigrants fill up the state. There is unprecedented violence. There are fake cases being filed against leaders of opposition parties in Bengal, and it's basically a very alarming state. Anyone who's a well-wisher of the people of West Bengal would not want to side with a party like TLC.
Well, on that point, the counter coming from the other side is that if the law and order is so bad, what has been stopping you from imposing president's rule? We'll come to that. Let me go across to Nilanjan Mukhopadhyay, who's with us this evening. Mr. Mukhopadhyay, I'll come back to you, Charu Pragya. I'm sorry, I have to go to other panelists as well. Mr. Mukhopadhyay, is ideology only a misnomer? I heard Charu Pragya mentioning ideology, but it's become more about personal ambition, isn't it? But in the case of Bengal, what's interesting is many of them, the dissenters, have cited Abhishek Banerjee, the nephew of Mamata Banerjee, and Prashant Kishore as the reasons why they are disillusioned with the party and disillusioned with Mamata Banerjee's leadership. Do you think somewhere Mamata's nephew has also become a liability for her? This has been harped upon endlessly by the BJP. The nepotism point is being tossed up a lot.
The BJP was a self-proclaimed party with a difference, primarily because of its ideology. Now, the BJP is opening its, the gates for people who have been in parties which had a opposing ideology. Now, which means that people who are coming into the BJP are changing their ideology. Now, in politics, only those who are very, who are just making very strategic moves for personal gains, change parties, because ideology is something that is a core belief. If a person is changing the belief, one finds, that very difficult to believe that after having been in politics for several decades, suddenly the person is undergoing a change of heart, especially when on very fundamental issues there are differences between the BJP and other parties, especially the Trinamool Congress in this particular instance. Let us not forget, that the Trinamool Congress had one point partnered with the BJP, but it moved away essentially on issues of, Hindutva and Hindu nationalism and things like the Gujarat riots. So there is a certain history to it. If people from Trinamool suddenly come in, then what does not believe that they are beginning to believe in the ideology of the BJP, but they're coming purely for personal gains, it definitely is going to leave a sour taste in the, among the people who have been in the BJP for several decades, because they feel that Johnny come lately has come and they suddenly start getting the pride of place with the national leadership, whereas they who have actually, borne the real attack from the opposition parties, from the Trinamool Congress or even from the left earlier, they are being left high and dry, getting really nothing when it comes to getting the rewards of, of a possible victory in Bengal. Whether it happens or not is a completely different question. The other point, which I wanted to just very briefly mention, I'll just take exactly 20-25 seconds. You had said, that this is, opening, you're actually saying, that this is beginning a phase of desertion from the Trinamool Congress. My question is very simple. I think it's very too early to say that this is the beginning of a wave of desertions. For all you know, this could well be the real peak. This could be the climax of people coming from the Trinamool Congress to too early to say. As journalists, we should not jump the gun and say that this is the beginning of a certain process. We are not very sure at this stage.
Okay, fair enough, Mr. Mukhopadhyay. But this is what Amit Shah says, that at this rate, there will be no one left with Mamata Banerjee. The rate at which the attrition is happening 5 to 6 months ahead of elections. But Charu Pragya, coming to you on the point about how the same people who abused your party until yesterday, who berated the BJP, are now being welcomed with open arms. Secondly, this opportunism has completely normalized. But on the point of ideology, you also will have to explain that, how come you are taking in people who have taken this quantum leap in ideology, moving to the polar opposite? It also puts a question mark on how you are open to taking just about anybody. Isn't that also a sign of desperation?
Tell me something. We are taking in someone who's coming over to our side of the fence, who is adapting themselves to our ideology. And why is it that when a Shiv Sena joins hands with the Indian National Congress and Sharad Pawarji's party, it's called a masterstroke. But when BJP is expanding its base, in fact, in the last 10 years, BJP has increased its vote share in Bengal by 10 times. That's the kind of hard work and groundwork that has gone on in the state of West Bengal. So when people see that work happening, when people see dedication towards the nation and towards the people happening, leaders from other party who feel sidelined because of various reasons, they want to come to the right side of the fence, I think they should be welcome.
Well, you
analyst
think
was
they should be
mentioning Abhishek
welcomed,
Banerjee.
but some of
Isn't
your
the leader-
leaders in Bengal, Charu Pragya, they don't agree with you. If I may talk about Union Minister Babul Supriyo, he says that he is not okay with someone like, say, Suvendu Adhikari coming into the fold. In fact, sources close to the leaders have indicated that they are going to resist this move, and many other leaders, even Mr. Tiwari, who recently wanted to move, even that is being resisted. So it is not as if your leadership in Bengal is okay with some of these movements. You may say they are welcome as long as they change their ideology. What about people like Dilip Ghosh and Babul Supriyo, who's determined not to allow these people to come into your fold? How are you going to handle them? Okay, unfortunately I'm told I lost the line with Charu Pragya. Nilanjan Mukhopadhyay, I want you to also dwell on this issue that it is not as if that it doesn't come with any collateral damage, does it? I mean, is TMC's loss directly proportional as BJP's gain? Is it really as simple as that, as the BJP is making it sound at the moment?
No, certainly not. But before expanding on this question of people coming into the BJP, what they are bringing and whether this is going to actually be to the BJP's benefit to as much as it is a loss for the Trinamool or not. The point which the BJP spokesman, unfortunately, she's not on the show at the moment, but I think it must be made. She drew the example of the Shiv Sena in Maharashtra. Now, what I said earlier, that the BJP used to take pride in being a principled party with a difference. Now, several of us in the media and even outside the media were critical of the Shiv Sena, crossing over after having fought elections in alliance with the BJP and then joining hands with the Congress and the NCP to form a government. Now, we did not in any way say that this was possibly the holiest of actions which could have been taken. Only those people who are absolute die-hard anti-BJP, analysts or political or social scientists, would have said something like that everything is fair in love and war. We do not actually think that everything is fair in politics. There is, after all, a certain basic principles by which you stick to. That is why the reason, why the large number of people from the middle classes were attracted to the BJP. Now, the BJP spokesperson, scored a self-goal by saying that we have become just like anybody, unscrupulous. We can take in anyone, regardless of the fact that they might have been ideologically opposed to us for 20 years, 30 years. These people like Adhikari, he comes from a political family. The entire family has been raised, has been, consistently lined against the politics of, Hindu nationalism or Hindutva. Now, if you are opening your gates to people like them, then you mean, saying that we are just being like anyone else. So that's the
Charu Pragya is back on the show. Yes, Charu Pragya, you wanted to respond. Yes,
of course.
Please go ahead. Please go ahead and if you have a rebuttal to that, because yes.
My co-panelists are extremely unfair because I want to make one thing very clear. BJP stands firm on its ideology. BJP stands firm on its values. BJP stands firm on the fact that we remain dedicated to the people of all the states in this country and this country as a whole. So if somebody aligns themselves to our way of thinking, if someone says, yes, I am pro-India, if someone says, I am pro-having...
No, but you did not answer my question when I asked you how will you handle the likes of Babul Supriyo and Dilip Ghosh, who has given an ultimatum saying that we are not going to allow, say, Jitendra Tiwari to join our ranks. So what happens typically is that when a big shot moves sides, their chances get jeopardized as well. Those leaders who are harboring hopes of growth, their chances also get jeopardized. They therefore do not like a sort of a grassroots leader or a big name like Mr. Jitendra Tiwari or Suvendu Adhikari for that matter coming into the fold. I was asking you, are you going to manage that part? Can it be also true that there can be more harm than good in doing this? Right now you're gleeful about the fact that TMC is losing ranks. For all you know, it might defeat the purpose if you have likes of Babul Supriyo and Dilip Ghosh rubbed the wrong way.
No, absolutely not. So this is a party which prides itself on its discipline, which prides itself on its organizational strength, and that's not going anywhere. So there is democracy in BJP. Leaders are allowed to voice their opinion in an open manner. That's perfectly fine. But eventually, whatever is a
Okay,
decision of
let's hear the TMC voice on this. I get your point. And you will have to explain that to your Bengal leaders more than to me as to why you feel they should be welcome. Somnath Singha Roy, I want to bring you in here. Thanks for joining us on the show. You are a supporter of the TMC. Now, what's with the ranks of the TMC that there are leaders of your party shifting sides with an alarming regularity? There seems to be a massive exodus of sorts that has happened. Now, all of this is being lapped up by the BJP. Today, the BJP leader and the Union Home Minister talks about how Mamata Banerjee's leadership has failed miserably. And therefore, so many of your senior seasoned leaders, even leaders who have nurtured the growth of the party, like Mr. Suvendu Adhikari, who is responsible for TMC's win in the state elections, isn't it? And he's championed the cause of the Nandigram plant, and we know how that turned the fortunes for the TMC and dislodged the left rule of 34 years. Somebody like him has moved on and switched sides.
मैम आप ही खुद ही बोल रहे हैं ये ममता बनर्जी फेलियर हुआ, बीजेपी वाले ने बोल रहा है ममता बनर्जी का यही लोग तो मिनिस्ट्री में था मैडम। अगर ममता बनर्जी का मिनिस्ट्री फेल हुआ तो ममता बनर्जी फेल हुआ। ममता बनर्जी कैसे फेल होगा? अगर उनका मिनिस्ट्री एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन फेल नहीं होगा तो ममता बनर्जी कैसे फेल होगा? अगर मिनिस्ट्री फेल हुआ तो वो मिनिस्ट्री लेकर बीजेपी कैसे?
क्योंकि आपके लीडर्स इधर से उधर हो रहे हैं। आपके जो आला नेता है वो सारे बीजेपी ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं। 7 से 8 एमएलए तो शिफ्ट हो चुके हैं ऑलरेडी।
जिसको डर है मैं बता रहा हूँ आपको। आप देखिए ना, नर्मदा में 6 आदमी को तस्वीर दिखाया था आप लोग। मुकुल रॉय का था, शोभन चटर्जी का था, शुभेंदु अधिकारी का उसमें अंदर था। हम लोग ने एक बार भी नहीं बोला नर्मदा में वो लोग पैसा लिया, लेकिन बीजेपी बोल रहा था मुकुल रॉय पैसा लिया देखो नर्मदा से, शोभन चटर्जी पैसा लिया देखो नर्मदा से, देखो सैमुअल को बुलाओ, ये शुभेंदु अधिकारी 5 लाख रुपया ले रहे हैं। अभी ये लोग जब बीजेपी में जा रहा है तब आप लोग बोले नहीं भाई ये तो नर्मदा केस हुआ ही नहीं बंगाल में। अब दूसरा बात मैं 1 सेकंड ले रहा हूँ आपका पास पे। कल मैंने अमित शाह जी का भाषण सुन रहा था। उससे पहले जो भाषण दे रहा था वो बंगाल का एक आदमी था। वो बोल रहा था बंगाल में 130 आदमी का मर्डर हुआ बीजेपी कर्मी। जब अमित शाह जी ने चालू किया भाषण तब बोले 130 से 300, 5 मिनट के अंदर 130 से 300 हो गया। आज देखिए कल का मैं कुछ दिन से प्रोग्राम कर रहा हूँ। आज देखिए 24 घंटा पहले बीजेपी जो प्रवक्ता यहाँ पर टीवी में बोला था वो सब बोला था 130 वर्कर था।
नहीं, आप तो मेरे सवाल का जवाब नहीं दे रहे। इतने सारे नेता आपके पार्टी छोड़ के चले गए। पॉलिटिकल किलिंग्स तो दोनों तरफ हो रहा है। लेट्स बी फेयर अबाउट दैट। देयर आर टीएमसी वर्कर्स किल्ड, देयर आर बीजेपी वर्कर्स किल्ड। But I want to know from you that right ahead of elections, इस तरह से आपकी पार्टी को छोड़ के जो है आइडियोलॉजिकली ऑपोजिट बीजेपी क्यों ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं, इसका जवाब आपने नहीं दिया। साथ में मैं आपको ये भी बता दूं कि अमित शाह जी ने आज जो बोला कि माँ माती मानुष जो है वो स्लोगन ट्रांसफॉर्म होके तोलाबाजी, तुष्टीकरण और भतीजाकरण हो चुका है। मीनिंग दे आर टॉकिंग अबाउट widespread extortion, appeasement, and nephewization. Now, this is the new slogan that BJP is raising against you. You need a strong enough counter to that.
Right, ma'am. भतीजा को कहां पर भी आप पैसा लेने के लिए नहीं देखा। शुभेंदु अधिकारी को देखा आपने, मुकुल रॉय को देखा आपने, शोभन चटर्जी को देखा आपने। आप एक भी तस्वीर दिखाइए जहां पर भी भतीजा पैसा ले रहा है। ये भागने का कोशिश, सीबीआई से भागने का कोशिश। और जितना भी अभी बंगाल को दखल करने के लिए बीजेपी वाले ने भारत प्रशासन को यूज कर रहे हैं, सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट को यूज कर रहा है, बीजेपी पार्टी को नहीं, सिर्फ सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट को जितना हैंड्स है सबको यूज कर रहा है। बीजेपी उसी को टारगेट कर रहा है जिसका खिलाफ।
लेट मी गेट अ फाइनल वर्ड फ्रॉम निरंजन मुखोपाध्याय ऑन दिस।
और कुछ नहीं मैम।
Charu Pragya, quick response and then I go to Mr. Mukhopadhyay. Quickly, Charu Pragya.
आप दिखाइए ना भाई को कहाँ से पता लिया।
No answer to the fact people giving
very quickly, Charu Pragya.
and going over to the right side, and he's got no explanation for it. In fact, blatantly they say their leaders don't matter. Blatantly they say it doesn't matter who leaves the party, and that's a very sad scenario to be in. Let me remind them. One more very quick point. They are talking about Abhishek Banerjee in these golden tones. Isn't he the same person who put a statue to campaign on his behalf in the last elections? That's how high-handed he thinks he is. He doesn't even need to go and meet the people.
Final word, Mr. Mukhopadhyay. Let's not go into those specifics now, because I will not be able to confirm many of those things. I want Mr. Mukhopadhyay, quick 20 seconds. How do you think that the BJP right now is trying to use this campaign in its favor with this attrition happening at such a rate?
There certainly is some amount of resentment within the Trinamool Congress for leaders to leave. There's also this particular case that a large number of people who are leaving the Trinamool Congress and joining the BJP are those whose names are involved in the various corruption scams that have come up in the last few years, leading to suspicions that they're moving across in the hope that they will be spared whenever investigations are made. The third point which I want to make, I think, which is more important, is I think that the BJP is pursuing a wrong strategy, that they are trying to reduce the entire political battle into a very severe personal attack on Mamata Banerjee and her governance, without being able to project a state leadership. Bengal has traditionally looked itself as a...
No, but today the Home Minister spoke about developmental index. He spoke about GDP, he spoke about corruption with facts and figures. So there is some attempt there as well to talk development. I'm afraid I have run out of time completely. Nilanjan Mukhopadhyay, I appreciate you joining us, and Charu Pragya. Also, thank you so much for giving us your time. Somnath Singh Roy, thanks for joining us as well. We'll take a very short break here. News and updates continue on the other side.